Welcome. Episode 45, digital download. We're back. We took a week off.
Took a
We're here.
little hiatus.
Yeah. I mean, obviously with me today, I got Daniel Don Berlin.
Hey.
We got David Rodriguez Pepe back
Hola.
from last episode. Or is it? That was last episode.
Making a comeback.
Oh, wow.
It's like we're filming them in the same day, but we're not.
Right.
We're
We
all
changed
wearing
shirts.
different shirts. We changed shirts. That's
We
good.
changed shirts.
Some housekeeping things to get us started.
Yeah.
Digital download. Due to some unforeseen scheduling conflicts. And by
No
unforeseen,
one
I
could
mean
have foreseen this.
we all knew that it was coming. We will be switching to once every 2 weeks, and on the off week, we will have a little treat for you. So be sure to be on the lookout for that.
For treats.
For treats. So you will get this one. You will get this one this week, and then 2 weeks from now, you will get the next one, and something in between is coming. We don't know what it is yet, but don't worry.
Buckle
I'm
up for
ready.
it.
Something unforeseen.
Something
Yeah.
unforeseen.
More
that we haven't
unforeseen.
filmed yet. It's going to be good stuff, though. It's going to be exciting. We all got together. We didn't want to just give up on the podcast because we were all having some scheduling conflicts. So we decided this was the best fit for now. And who knows, maybe we'll go back to weekly in the future, but for right now, once every 2 weeks. So we're sorry about that. We love recording these every week, but that's life sometimes.
Yeah.
Right?
Just comes up at you.
Sometimes you got to put the sock in the pudding.
Yeah, get your
So-
socks out of my pudding.
I figured, since we're only recording once every 2 weeks,
Yeah.
that it's time to introduce a new segment to the
Ooh.
It is called Things I Looked Up on the Internet Today. And since it's going to
Wait,
be...
how is this different than any other segment you've done?
Because it is only pertains to things I found today. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, not 2 days ago, not 3 days ago. Only
I like
pieces of news that came out today.
Yeah, so that way,
I'm a fan.
when I'm watching this later in the week, it's super relevant.
It's super relevant.
Holds up in the future.
Since we can't do news as prevalent as we used to, I'm only going to talk about the most recent things I can. And some weeks it'll be funny because some weeks it'll be really ridiculous news that nobody gives a shit about. And sometimes, like today, we're going to have a lot of cool stuff to talk about. A lot of stuff
Nice.
came out today.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
It was a good day.
So I'm going to read
Excited.
you the first thing that I have, and you're going to tell me if you give a shit about it or not. And then we can
Okay.
discuss from there.
All right.
Yeah.
So there's no peeking. Ubisoft came out and announced Far Cry 5,
Ooh.
The Crew 2,
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed is they're gonna have it at E3,
Uh-huh.
and South Park: Stick of Truth will be their 2017 to 2018 fiscal year releases.
Stick of truth.
All right.
Not Stick of Truth. I'm sorry. Fractured Butthole,
Mhm.
Ah, okay.
of course.
All right.
Do we care about Far Cry 5?
Yeah. I mean, if they show off what the game looks like and is it like another island adventure?
We don't know. It's just a logo reveal.
I know.
You know, Far Cry's always like, I want to buy it, and then like I watch someone play it, and I'm like, oh, so I've seen this before a bunch, and then I don't.
That's fair. Is Far Cry in a spot though where like people are clamoring for it? Do you think people really are like, oh, I need Far Cry? Because Far Cry 3 came out, and it was great. Far Cry 4 came out, and everybody loved it. It won some Game of the Year awards. I don't know if it won.
Did Primal do well?
No.
Right, I didn't think so.
I think it's I would have to double check. So feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. I think it sold well. I just don't think it
wasn't
It was a
received.
great game. It was
Yeah.
hard. It's hard to go back to the Stone Age and be super basic. And,
Yeah.
like, also have it like exhilarating game mechanics that people want.
Yeah, I mean, I give them credit for trying, because Far Cry 3 and 4, to me, to like an outsider, are virtually identical. And, like, Far Cry Primal, like, that's different, that's unique. And, you know, it seemed like a cool concept. It seemed like they had the designs, like, down. But maybe it just doesn't make the most compelling game.
I guess Far Cry for me always looks really cool, but I never take the jump because there's always another game that looks, I guess, different,
Right.
and that's usually where I put my dollars.
So
towards.
what would Far Cry have to do to get your attention?
That's a
PC's
good-
acting up, I don't know. It's not even on.
I mean, the first idea that just popped in my head, because I've never thought of this before, was like maybe if Far Cry went like into the future a little bit could be cool.
Mm.
Like that could be an interesting step for them because they already
That's
do.
how they sell you is the future.
I just don't.
That's not me judging. That's me asking.
Yeah, I think that would get me to look at Far Cry a little bit more, or a new Far Cry in general, because I'd be more curious about the world. Because always the island adventure, and like they have like the psychedelics and like all this voodoo type stuff going on. I was always like, all right, I get it, but I'd kind of like them to see like take a more sci-fi approach to it. But I also just love sci-fi, so that's really just me.
So you're a little biased.
Yeah, I'm a little biased.
That's fair. Dan, what would they have to do to sell you on Far Cry 5?
I think they would have to just like embrace the over the top like world of Far Cry. Like have like all these over the top interactions with weapons and creatures and enemies and I've heard that about Far Cry 2 that's sort of the way the game worked. So like say you blew up some barrel but you accidentally killed like one of the main guys like that you're supposed to be getting missions from. It's like, oh well, that sucks.
Yep, sorry.
That's just how this game works though.
Yeah.
And it was sort of a little bit ahead of its time to have interactions in that way. But yeah, I'd like to see them embrace that and maybe embrace sort of a Saints Row type.
Where it's just so over the top.
Not like with like a giant dildo beating up people over the top, but sort of just like, just not take itself so seriously.
Okay. Kind of like Far Cry Blood Dragon, where it was that sort of weird,
maybe.
sort of just like you could flip people off and just like it was kind of psychedelic a little bit. All right, yeah, I could see that. But now the next game that Ubisoft announced. Sorry, I'm doing my timestamps. The Crew 2, which if you're not familiar with The Crew, was sort of their racing game that they wanted to be MMO-like, where you could team up with large groups of people and do these races, and all your friends could be in this world together, and it is this expansive sort of racing sim. Do you care about a Crew 2?
No.
Do you think anybody really care about the Crew? Crew came out to sevens across the board. It wasn't. It kind of fell off in typical Ubisoft fashion, where there were heavy microtransactions. The game was supported, but it wasn't. The hype kind of died down very quickly for it. The player base kind of fell off. Yeah. And there are still people who play the Crew and love it, and I'm not saying that they don't have their player base. But look at games like The Division or Siege or any of these games where their player base kind of just
dwindled.
So do you think the Crew 2 is the way you get people back into that game? Again, nothing's come out about it other than it exists. And
maybe. I mean, Ubisoft's been pretty good about sequels in that they genuinely do learn from the mistakes of the first one. It's true. Like even recently with Watch Dogs 2 that just came out, like at the end of last year, I think it was.
Yeah.
It just offered like a better experience than the like grim, hyper serious take that the first one had. So there's nothing about the Crew that like looked different than and then you had like Drive Club was coming out around the same time. I feel like there was maybe a third racing game. I don't even remember.
There might have been like a Forza Motorsport.
Yeah, maybe.
Or something.
And it's just like if you're the most bland of the three, like there's nothing that can get me to get into that. But it again, I think it should embrace the fact that you're playing with friends, and it should be this open and fun world.
It should be the Forza Horizon 3 of its.
No, I think it should be. Honestly, it should be closer to Burnout. Fill up that gap that has been left by them.
Right.
Yeah, the Burnout gap's something I've been wanting for a long time to be filled, because it's just Burnout was one of the best games.
Yeah, I mean,
I've ever really played.
I like
racing-wise.
when I got a PS3, the first game I went to go get was Burnout Paradise.
Yeah,
because that game was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
The Burnout series was just so much fun. I mean, it was over the top in all the right ways, I think, too.
Yeah.
That's what really sold it for me.
Wow, so we actually had more conversation about the Crew 2 than I thought we would.
Yeah, I mean, me too, because I know nothing about the Crew. I can only speculate.
Well, let's just hope for Burnout and like Need for Speed to come back.
Yeah, I mean, like good Need for Speed.
Yeah, well, yeah, absolutely.
They had one recently. What was it? Just called Need for Speed?
I think it was just called Need for Speed.
Not sure.
No. No.
think it
That's
was.
so bad.
I don't know.
Either way, I did not play it. It's just, I don't know. When you're like the front runner of a genre, and then you fall to the back of the pack so quickly, like, that's rough.
Yeah. It's very true.
So, next game on this list, Assassin's Creed. We got a leaked screenshot of it earlier in the week. But we're not talking about that because that's not today's news.
You're right.
Today's news was that it exists and it will show up at E3.
Right.
People got emails that with the Assassin's Creed logo that said, "Make history."
Whoa.
Okay.
Do we... Or have we been away from Assassin's Creed long enough now that we took that extra year off that we're interested?
I definitely want to, like, check out what they show at E3. I don't know if it's, like, something that I'm gonna buy, at this point. I definitely want to see what the world looks like, what sort of new gimmicks they're gonna throw in. Yeah. I'm interested.
So, I know I've asked this question 2 times already, but it's because every game that Ubisoft announced today is already a sequel or, a successor or whatever. What does Assassin's Creed have to do to get you hyped? Not even... Maybe you're still riding the Assassin's Creed train, but what does Assassin's Creed got to show you that will get you excited for this game?
I really don't know. I fell off Assassin's Creed after 2.
Yeah, same.
I think I picked up 3, played a little bit of it, and was just like, I'm done with this gimmick.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's a great game, and I think Assassin's Creed 1, like, really just changed video games as a whole and how you can play them. But I think they've struggled for a long time to make what they first made really interesting again. And even with, like, the depth of their story that they have, I've just never been able to, like, hop back on that train. So I'm not really sure what they could do for me. I want to, but I feel like it's something that I'm going to see and be like, oh, all right. But I don't really know what would bring me there yet.
Yeah. I mean, I also jumped ship at Assassin's Creed 2. It was just so hard to keep up with, a sequel every year.
Yeah.
And when there's a sequel every year, you don't really miss the gameplay.
No.
So I went into, what's the one after 2? Brotherhood?
Brotherhood.
So I went into that, I'm just like, okay, this is the exact same game like I just finished, basically.
Yeah.
And I had gotten Assassin's Creed 3, I think, that year for Christmas, and I literally never played it. And I feel bad about it.
Yeah.
But,
you shouldn't. Don't feel that bad. Yeah, don't feel that bad.
And I've heard good things about Black Flag, and I've heard good things about Syndicate. And
Black Flag was the last one I played.
And it's like, these are 2 games that I would love to play, but this also is sort of like the Arkham problems I have, where each game adds more and more and more stuff, and it's just like, when you had less stuff, it was like less daunting to like even attempt to finish.
It's like Call of Duty's problem, where they keep innovating. It's like, how do you take away all that stuff at a certain point?
Yeah, but I mean, at least with like Call of Duty, like none of those were like, how do you describe it? It's not like Assassin's Creed. They added like just mad collectibles everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Oh, here's like 500 feathers scattered across the entire open world, and here's like tons and tons of armor and weapons and stuff, and you'll never use like half of them. And like, oh, now you like own a village, and now you have to like use the money you get in for like completing missions to like upgrade your village, and then that gives you more money to throw into weapons. Yeah, like there's an in-game economy, and like then like in 3 and Black Flag they had the pirate ship battles, which I've heard were cool, but like it was just like so daunting after a while.
I wonder if they somehow combined like that idea of like a single player in-game economy to go into their multiplayer. Like you make your like big village in game, and then like you unlock more multiplayer, because I know that their multiplayer is fun.
Yeah.
Whenever I've played it, I've always enjoyed playing it. I thought it lacked maybe like what is it they have now, like 3 or 5 game modes, I guess.
I don't know.
I don't even know. When I was playing, it was like 3, and they were all like fairly simple. So maybe you can make it into something like you get like a special multiplayer armor, and like maybe there's a little bit more game modes, and they focus more on multiplayer. Because I think they have something unique in Assassin's Creed multiplayer more than they do in the single player story nowadays.
That's fair. I haven't played Assassin's Creed multiplayer since whenever it was introduced, Brotherhood of Revelations.
Yeah, I can't even remember which.
And it was just fun because it was like you're hunting this person who's hunting this person who's hunting.
Yeah, it looked really unique, and it looked like
you were worried about being assassinated while also trying to assassinate somebody else. And it was a lot of fun. I played it with a bunch of buds back in the day. It was a good time. So South Park, The Fractured Butthole. There's the joke. Was supposed to come out December 6th of last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That was his original when you said it was getting released, I was like, has it not been?
Yes.
Oh, wait.
It's been a while.
Now, it had a scheduled release date of December 6th, and it got pushed back basically almost like indefinitely, because now here we are months later, and it's still not out, and they're saying it's going to be slated for their 2017-2018 fiscal year. You guys already on board with South Park? South Park is cool.
I mean, I love South Park.
If you like South Park,
general.
you're going to buy the game.
I've never played their games, though.
Stick of Truth was like a fantasy RPG.
Yeah.
This one is a superhero RPG game. They've added a lot to it. You know, there's more...
Yeah.
Combat's a little more in-depth. You know, it's South Park jokes. Matt and Trey are on it. They're writing it. They're doing the whole shtick. I don't think there's a ton to say about South Park, other than it'll come out, it'll be a good game. I don't think they really need to do anything to get people on board. You're either like South Park or you don't.
Yeah, like diehard fans will be buying it. I don't know if I'd pick it up immediately, but I know that I'd have a good time playing it, like just by looking at the trailers. Like I know I'd enjoy that game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other news that came out today.
Oh yeah.
Sonic Forces.
This is my favorite headline from today.
Is it?
What's
Sonic Forces?
fill me in.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Strap in.
I'm strapped. Wait, double strapped and over.
Create your own character to be used in the game. I have the list of the different animals that you can become.
Oh my. Oh no.
Wolves, rabbits, cats, dogs, bears, birds, and hedgehogs.
Like 3 of those didn't matter.
No one's gonna pick a rabbit.
No one's gonna pick a bird. Maybe they'll pick a bird. If it's like a hawk.
You don't know the people out there.
If it's like a hawk.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna make a bear. Like, straight up.
A bear or a wolf was my first idea immediately.
So apparently this is something that I'm not deep in the Sonic community. I don't ever want to be deep in the Sonic community. No. Apparently this is something they've been clamoring for a long time. Is the ability to make your own character.
Interesting.
I mean, this creating your own character is like the epitome of Sonic community fandom. It's like, it's both like I said, the epitome and also like the butt of every Sonic fandom joke. It's like, oh look, here's the original character. Like if you go look up like Sonic art on like DeviantArt, there's always like people coming up with their own characters, or like these like edgelord like Shadow the Hedgehog clones, or like cute animal girls or whatever. And I think it's hilarious that they're adding that to the game, because one, it genuinely shows that the people making the game are aware of their community, which is cool. But also there's just going to be so much weird shit on the internet after this. I mean, as if there wasn't,
it's just
to
a
begin
bomb
with,
ready to explode.
It's
right now.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
That's really interesting, though. I was not ready for that.
I'm glad I told you to strap.
Yeah, I'm glad I was strapped. Phew.
You guys, you feel good about Sonic Forces?
I mean, I'm happy for them. You know?
Yeah. I feel good for those people who like it.
Yeah.
All right, in other news, Injustice 2 came out today.
It did.
It did.
Oh.
Some reviews are out. It's getting 9s across the board so far.
Yeah, not bad.
Cool.
I watched all the finishers, like in comparison.
Now you don't need to buy the game.
It's kind of how I felt.
Dude, I already saw all the cutscenes on YouTube today.
Right.
It was like a 2 hour and 40-minute video. I was like, I'll save that for later.
I thought
Sweet, a new Batman vs Superman movie.
Yeah, great.
It's just as bad.
I thought about buying it because it does look better than the first one.
Mm.
The first one was pretty good.
I liked the first one, but this one did look better in that they like gave more attention to detail. But then I thought, oh wait, Marvel vs. Capcom is coming out, so there goes that
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah. And you're into Marvel vs. Capcom.
I really like it.
Okay.
I'm very biased about it.
David lost
That's
his
fair.
first match ever to
Um,
Max like a week ago.
I will
That's
state
funny.
that I did not get to choose my character.
But neither did Max.
Again, I will state that
I picked all of their characters for them.
I do not.
Nice.
I do not view this as a loss. I still have.
It
my
wasn't
win
in
streak.
ranked play.
No, I still have my win streak. We're still going.
All right.
No one's beaten me yet when I choose the characters. I'm sad I have to put an asterisk now to that. But it's all right.
Well, now
I
you know what
st-
to do next time.
It's hard to sleep.
I'm sorry.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not into Injustice. Like I got the first one and
The
I
first
played
time
the
I ever
story
played
mode.
Injustice was at Dan's house.
I know, but I got into it. I was like, this is super cool. Like DC fighting game, like without the Mortal Kombat characters, like an original story. That's fun. I played it. I beat it. I was like, all right. And then like, I don't know. If you don't have a group of friends who are like down to play Injustice all the time, then you're not really even getting your money's worth. And I'm not gonna play online because I'm
Nope.
just gonna lose every
Yeah,
match.
it's not even.
Yep.
It's
Like
not worth
I'm
it.
I'm not the get good type of gamer. I'm just like I want to have fun now, and if it's not fun, I'm not going to play.
Yeah,
Simple as
definitely.
that. But also then
It's as simple
there's like the Mortal Kombat gameplay where it's you could get good at like doing combos and learn some characters' moves and stuff, but then you could always get beat by a button masher.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Which is
I
what
don't know.
happened the other day. to
I'm
me.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I did watch a review today and I saw them praising like the loot system for multiplayer and stuff. I'm like, that's cool. Like
Yeah,
that's an
interesting.
interesting new thing that they came up with for the game, and I respect that. But I don't know. I don't know how I can like justify the like dark dark and gritty like DC Universe storyline like at $60. Like it's
We're
just
also already getting that in the movies.
yeah, like I don't even
Yeah.
go see those movies.
Yeah, Wonder
'Cause
Woman comes out next week. 2 weeks.
All right.
I don't care.
Yeah, whatever.
I want it to be good for DC.
We're gonna go see Captain Underpants.
I want
instead.
it to be good
I'm okay with that.
for Wonder
The
Woman.
best superhero movie. to
Yeah,
come out
that's
this
what
year.
I mean. Like I want DC to have one movie where everyone can be like, that was
actually
great
good,
movie.
guys. You
Like,
did it.
It's
hooray!
gonna be
Congratulations.
Aquaman.
I hope it's
It's gonna be
Aquaman.
Cyborg.
I hope Aquaman's the like crazy movie.
I mean, I want them to be good, but at the same time, I don't want to like fund the shitty ones. You know,
right.
Like I feel like when we all went to see Man of Steel, we accidentally funded Batman versus Superman.
And then when we all went to see Batman v Superman.
Well, I didn't see Batman.
Well, I did. It
No,
sucked.
yeah, that wasn't worth it.
And now I'm
Man of
funding
Steel was very
garbage.
good. I liked Man of Steel.
This is the last time you'll ever see David Pepe. again.
I hate Superman, so I'll
that's the
put
thing.
it. I'll put it with that. Man of Steel actually made me like Superman.
He's a
a
hard
little
character
bit
to
more.
write.
Yeah, like I just really never liked him.
I want them to just go weird with Superman. Everyone is doing like the dark, like Injustice has
Yeah.
dark Superman. He's evil for some reason. And then Man of Steel has the Superman who like commits
becoming
like
dark.
10 9/11s
Yeah.
at the end of the movie, and like
Tattooed Superman, like Suicide Squad Superman.
No,
Hot Topic Superman.
Don't
No,
don't
I
even
just-
mention
Topic
Suicide
Superman.
Squad.
I want them to do like, I mean, I guess they did do the goofy Superman, and like it doesn't like work in 2017. But like that's cool. Like there's so many cool villains that they've never touched in like the Superman.
Yeah, I
movies
feel like
at all.
And
yeah,
Doomsday.
Superman need.
Doomsday is the worst villain.
Yeah, it's not. It's stupid. Superman needs like a really crazy villain to defeat, and then I think.
Do you know what the best Superman is? Dead Superman. At me.
R.I.P. Superman.
Yeah. Dead.
I'm okay with that.
Kill him. Keep him dead.
Good.
I mean, that's not how that story works.
I keep him dead.
Just bury him. Forget about him.
Justice League without Superman. That'd be a more interesting movie.
I'm okay
Honestly,
with
I thought this like years ago when they did like Superman Returns and Batman Begins. I was like, they could make a Justice League movie and it wouldn't have to touch these two characters because there is such like a deep roster of like interesting.
It's like if they did Guardians of the Galaxy without Star-Lord in them because there's so many of them.
I mean, yeah.
It's an expansive cast. You can do a bunch of things.
I mean, it was sort of like doing the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Same thing with Avengers. You can totally do
same
that.
thing with Avengers.
Like, I mean, at that time when they started that, like Wolverine and Spider-Man are like the biggest characters from Marvel. But so like it was okay for them to take like the B list, like Iron Man, Captain America, and all that stuff, and make the Avengers, and now they're the A list. But you know what I mean?
Spider-Man's coming back, baby.
Yeah, I know.
Homecoming looks so good.
Injustice, baby.
Injustice 2.
So,
2 Injustices.
In today's news, ARMS will get a Nintendo Direct tomorrow.
Okay.
That's all I got. They already had one, but they're getting a second one.
Well, the other one was more of like a Splatoon one.
It was a. Okay, I'll give it to you. There was a lot. Sure. What did they show? What do we?
What do they show at?
I mean, this will
ARMS?
come out after the Nintendo Direct, so it doesn't really matter what we think because everybody will have seen it already. However, what do you think that they show since there's already a release date and they already showed off another new character? They showed off two new characters. They showed off Min Min in the last Direct, and then they showed off Helix in between, which is the guy that like goes big and small.
In other like territories, he's called like DNA Man. I mean, that's way cooler than Helix.
But like, I get why he's called Helix.
Yeah, it makes just as much sense as DNA Man.
Like,
DNA Man.
It's funny because there's like Spring Man and Ribbon Girl.
Oh,
and
true.
DNA Man.
Maybe Helix is better.
Yeah.
Because then there's Min Min, and
man.
then I don't know what the other two are called. The Diva and and whatever the
Mummy
and
starring
Grundy or whatever
Tom
Cruise. I saw the Mummy trailer in theaters a couple months ago. I don't know, whatever the last movie we saw before Guardians was, and I literally turned to whoever was next to me and I said, "Is this Uncharted the movie?"
Yeah,
And
I mean, Tom Cruise looks
it might
exactly
as well
like
be.
Nathan
Could have
Drake.
been.
It might as well be.
He was like flying out of a plane. And I was like, "Oh, this is Uncharted 3." Awesome.
Yeah.
Sorry, quick side note. What do you think What do you think they show off tomorrow?
Another character.
Okay.
And I'm hoping for a single player. Some sort of campaign. Some kind of something.
They showed off the target mode thing.
That doesn't.
It's not. I know. What are we talking about? ARMS.
Target mode is like that mode in Super Smash Brothers where you break
The
boxes.
targets.
Mm-hmm.
No, there's another one where you like break boxes and you just get like trophies.
Trophy rush.
Trophy smash.
Smash. Or home run when you hit the
Home run
sandbag.
derby, yeah.
Oh man, they should just make Super Smash Brothers. Anyway.
Yep.
David, you have a Switch now. Does ARMS interest you?
I do. I tried not to care about Nintendo games because I didn't think I was getting a Switch. It was a surprise.
Nice.
But it does interest me now. I liked it when I saw the like Switch trailer. I thought it was an interesting concept. I was like, this can either be really great or so terrible.
Yes.
Yeah, like I'm very worried.
Still go that way.
I feel like that's
I still feel that
you
way now.
can say that about any Nintendo game, though.
Yeah, but this one looks like
Mario's gonna hit. You know
Yeah.
Zelda's gonna hit for the most part. ARMS, you have no fucking
like
idea.
Splatoon's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Splatoon 1 was good.
Yeah,
But nobody like knew that until the game was out.
I'm
No,
so
of
upset it's not
course.
called Splatoon. Like,
But I feel
if you will.
like even if you saw a trailer for Splatoon before it came out, you could be like, this is weird, but it can work.
Yeah.
That's exactly what the reception was for
Where
that.
ARMS is just like, I don't know what's happening. like I'm just not sure. So I'm really curious about it. Yeah, that's really my sentiment. I need to look into it more now that I can actually care about Nintendo
I feel like
again.
that's one where nobody knows if it's gonna be good until like there's reviews
It's
out.
that replayability factor. Is the
Yeah,
big
yeah,
one.
that's it. I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
Just the fighting game
Yeah, that's
what it's
the
based on.
same problems we just talked about with Injustice 2 could very well happen for ARMS.
Right.
If you don't have people to play that with, you're not going to play that.
Yeah, like will it even be fun in single player?
I think in the direct tomorrow
hope.
you show alternate control schemes.
Yes.
I think you show how you play that game with a controller. You show how you play that with
That
the
would be
Joy-Cons.
good.
You show that if you can play that game handheld mode, how you do that.
Yeah.
I think that is an important.
Yeah,
thing
that's
that
a big
you show.
thing.
Yeah, because we talked about this
The last
previously, but on the eShop, they show like the control schemes that work with the game, and it showed like mobile, handheld mode, and normal fucking playing the game without motion controls. Please,
God, please.
But they haven't shown off how to do that.
Right.
So hopefully.
Yeah, I think that would make me more inclined to buy.
Yeah,
it.
when I saw those like little icons on the eShop, I was like, all right, maybe they've got it this time.
Yeah.
In news today,
All right.
and our last one for the day,
Yeah.
Squirtle is coming to Build-A-Bear.
What?
Oh.
That is a real thing.
I didn't know that.
Oh wow.
I'm glad I'm ending on this one.
I'm glad too.
This is a positive. A positive.
I like
note.
this segment.
Yeah,
I like this.
in news today,
They did Pikachu,
Wow.
right?
Pikachu, yes.
I feel like they did Mario characters as well.
Yoshi seems like a fit for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe I saw Yoshi.
I don't know. I cannot
like, perusing.
confirm or deny if
You know.
that is true.
I frequent that shop a lot, so
Yeah.
I would
I would
know.
imagine.
The workshop.
Yeah, the
The
workshop.
workshop.
Yeah, as we call it.
So yeah, Squirtle coming to Build-A-Bear. We can go. We'll all go. It'll be a gameration strip. We'll go and we'll make Squirtles. Squirtle Squad.
If you,
Yep.
That
if
was the
you
picture
think
on
that
the
that's,
article that I read was the Squirtle Squad. I was like,
If they sell those sunglasses for the Squirtle, like,
ooh,
that's it.
Yes.
if you want to make us sunglasses and send them in, we'll have them put on our Build-A-Bears and we'll sit them in the back over here. It'll be great.
And if you think that your idea just now isn't going to happen,
We're gonna go to Build-A-Bear.
no, we're
There's
we're
no
going as a
exact
team.
date on when they will be in Build-A-Bear, but they are in the works. They are
I'm
coming
gonna
soon.
watch you kiss that heart that you put into your
I'm gonna hit
Squirtle,
all the buttons to stuff it with love.
Uh-huh.
It's gonna be great.
and then you gotta do a spin.
This is how Pokemon begin. This is
Yeah,
Build-A-Bear and then genetic splicing, and then
Yeah.
they're in the world.
That makes
in the
sense.
real world. I went to Build-A-Bear once, and I named my Build-A-Bear Jinzo after the Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I just watched the episode where Joey Wheeler uses his dual disc to fight that guy, and he puts a Jinzo, and he uses mind control and takes all his
nice.
guys.
Nice. That's a good one.
So my first Build-A-Bear ever was named Jinzo.
What kind of bear was it?
I don't know. It was like a regular bear.
I did the most uncreative thing
It had, like, a
possible
razor
in my
blade.
childhood at Build-A-Bear when I went. I got a black lab Build-A-Bear and named it the same name as my other black lab that I have at home.
So you got
Good.
2 Libbies.
I just had 2 Libbies,
Would-
and one went in the closet, and one lived a nice full life.
Lovely.
One was successful.
Now, which one do you think?
Oh, this is weird. So that's it for segment in news today.
Nice.
Yeah.
I liked
Now, David Pepe, you finished Horizon Zero Dawn.
it. I did.
Without spoiling it, tell us a little bit about how you feel now that you've completed this.
Great. It was so good. I think when I was looking at my progression in the game, I think it was like 30% of the way done, and I'd say in the main story, I had completed like a quarter of it. Like I hadn't gotten to any point that like I was hooked into the story and like the world and everything, but nothing in the main story really made me want to go like, well, I'm just gonna do every main quest now because I need to find it. And so I was doing a bunch of side quests, and I was like, all right, I'll like hop back on the main story. Like, let's see how it goes. I don't know what mission it is, but there's a point where you'd like discover one of the main ruins, and I literally would just spend all my time searching every corner of every ruin that they had me go to try and find like I read like every data log I could find, every audio point, every hologram. Like I was so into the story and I wanted to know everything about the history and like what happened and stuff. And there's a lot of content that you can find that like really shapes how everything happened in this world. And the last mission's a ton of fun. It's very grand scale. which was ideal for me because I mean the game's huge, and like they keep the way they talk about like the world. It's just like the world changed so quickly in the past, so you're just trying to figure out like how did things go so wrong so fast, and it really does all come together.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's very worth the time to play.
And leaves it open for a sequel.
Yeah,
Cool.
it does. I was wondering how they could do it. At the end of the game, I was like, "There's no way that they're gonna leave this to not be a sequel because this is like one of the biggest PlayStation games that they've come out with.
Right.
So they're obviously gonna try to franchise it." But even, and I was like, I was a little wary, and then like the cutscene came about, and I was like, all right, I'm actually interested in the sequel now. Like, I want to see where this goes because this can get really interesting. So yeah, that game's incredible.
From the people that brought you Killzone.
Mm-hmm. And I remember when I forget what YouTube video it was, but the guy said he was like, this is the best PlayStation game since Uncharted, as far as like, which was an impressive comment to me in general because Uncharted's why I buy PlayStations now. And I'd actually say it's like on par.
Like, you think it's a system seller in the future? When
Yeah.
like Horizon 3 is on
I would
PlayStation 5.
I mean, if Horizon 2 is good,
Yeah.
I would buy a PlayStation for Horizon 3.
And you assume they're going to take their time with that one.
Yeah, I
It's
hope
not
so.
going to
Please
it's not
do.
going to be annualized with B team.
Please God, take your time with Horizon. Don't ruin that beautiful gem because it's. I can't say enough good things about that game. And even when I was playing the other day, because I have some qualms with where you can climb, which we talked about last time. How it's a little weird.
You've aired your grievances.
Yeah, I remember getting annoyed about it the other day, and I was like, "Ugh, this stupid game." And then I was like, "What am I saying? This game has been fantastic." Like, I was like, "This is a stupid thing for me to even think." Like, I'm taking this for what
But now
it
you're
is.
going to go play Zelda now that you have a Switch, and you're going to be like, oh my god,
Yeah,
Horizon is great still. But
yeah, I'm still gonna be happy about
oh,
Horizon.
man.
'cause-
you're gonna get to your first game and be like, I can't climb this, and then you're going to climb it, and it's going to feel
yeah,
fantastic.
I'm gonna feel really, really good about it. But
That's about 6 seconds into
Six
Zelda.
seconds into the game. The first thing
But
I did when I walked out of the first door is I turned around and scaled the mountain behind
Well, the
me.
first thing you do in the game is
climb the
climb.
wall. Yeah, you climb the
Like,
wall.
you
Yeah.
climb your way out.
But yeah, that game's incredibly worth it. I haven't been into a game like that in a very long time, and so that was a really good feeling.
I'm glad.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
You've been playing anything else?
Yeah,
I know for a fact you've been playing something else.
I've been playing Mario Kart.
That's not what I was talking about, but okay.
What's the other game I've been playing?
How could you forget already? It's only been 3 days.
I'm lost.
No, you're not.
I've been on
Think about it.
I've
Think
been on
about
the
it.
Horizon
We've
train.
been playing it.
Oh, now I'm on board. Guns, Gore, and Cannoli.
There we go.
What a game.
What is this?
Jesse and I spent about an hour and a half the other night just searching through the PlayStation Store for the weirdest games we could find. Which one for $3 you can change your PlayStation controller into a massager. It's called Mr. Massagey, and you it's too
the
much.
whole game is you give other women massages.
Yeah, but you swipe on their Tinder and stuff. It's
Yeah, you
very
gotta match.
weird.
It's like a dating sim.
Yeah, look up the trailer.
Yeah,
It's
it's
2
bizarre.
minutes and you'll get the gist.
So you
I'm-
bought and 100% of this game?
Yes,
We bought Guns, Gore, and Cannoli.
Okay.
for $5.
Yeah, it was
on sale this week.
yeah.
thank
It
God.
is
It's only $10 total.
the closest relation to it is Metal Slug,
Okay.
Yeah.
but it's set in the 20s and you play just some mobster and
Vincent Cannoli.
yep, Vincent Cannoli, and
That's racist.
As you go through it, the game just gets crazier and crazier. There's just all these different zombies that you have to
Naturally.
fight. Of course, all these different monsters and goons, and then a ton of different weapons. I think how many weapons was
There's
there? 12?
15 or
12,
something
15?
like that, yeah.
Yeah, a ton of different options.
And the weapons are constantly escalating as you get them. So it's you
Yeah.
start with a pistol and then a shotgun and then eventually you work your way to a flamethrower and then a Tesla cannon
Yeah.
and then a rocket launcher. And then you start getting all
yeah,
this stuff.
it was a pretty quick game.
Yeah, we're on the final boss. We haven't beat it.
Yeah. All right, we didn't because we were falling
We
asleep.
fall asleep. It was so late.
But yeah,
Four-player
like the
couch
game.
co-op is the big. The big
Yeah,
feature. That's
yeah,
why
that
I
was
bought it.
yeah, that's why we bought it. It was because we could all play like four
Nice.
player. It's just side scroll. You can't even shoot up,
You can't shoot up or down,
Yeah.
just left or right.
left and right, and jumping,
And you,
which is actually
but you can crouch.
fine.
You can crouch
yeah,
and
you
shoot,
can crouch.
but you can't like jump and shoot down.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So it's like you really gotta like position yourself.
And the game
correctly.
gets hard.
It
It really ramps up in difficulty as crazy as it gets. Like it's a direct
The
relationship.
story of this game is that you are a mobster sent to collect this man and bring him back for your boss from this town that has been infested with zombies. Who the infestation broke out on St. Patrick's Day when everybody was drinking, and there's something going on here that all the people who were drinking on St. Patrick's Day have now turned into these zombies. So like
It
David
was that
said,
green beer.
you're fighting police officer zombies, you're fighting stripper zombies, you're fighting drunken people zombies. There's little leprechauns that are on balloons that are throwing like poison gas at you, and they're chuckling, and they're very, very funny game.
Yeah.
Game doesn't take itself too seriously.
So you literally just scoured the depths of the PlayStation Store
And stumbled
find
upon this.
And
Yeah.
we found another game that we didn't buy, but we will, called Zombier. Which
You
you're
can
like
buy it.
some surfer dude with like a pink dildo, and you go around like trying to survive the zombie apocalypse, but you like befriend some of them, and you're just like this whole time you're just like cowabunga dude, and you just like don't give a shit about
Oh,
anything.
They just let anyone
Was
make
it- it
video
was on-
games
Yeah,
now,
pretty
don't
much.
they?
Well,
Yeah,
it was
it's
on
just
the
shovelware.
360, wasn't it?
What? The
you
first
say
one
it
was
was on
on
the
360.
360?
I think this is the sequel. I'm
No,
not
Oh, it's
sure.
a,
Missed
sure.
the
oh, it's a
first one.
sequel.
I'm not sure. I have to double check.
I think it's just.
It might be
port.
a remaster. It might be a port. I don't know.
I think it's just a port.
Either way, it's like $3 to $4. We're gonna pick it up. It's gonna be great.
Jesse's gonna pick it
I'm
up
gonna buy it.
because
I
I
will buy
want
it.
I want no part.
We'll do a let's play. It'll be great. Full playthrough.
You'll be the only person on YouTube to do a Let's Play of it.
Yeah, full playthrough.
I mean, I'll watch.
Zombier.
I will watch the let's play.
We'll all,
You could
we'll-
sit there and do live commentary.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm okay with that.
Zombier.
I'm
Live roasting.
yeah, live roasting of a game I think is already terrible.
Gore, Guns, and Cannoli. It's a fun game.
Yeah,
If you're looking for
Guns, Gore, and Cannoli
if you're
was a
looking
lot
for
of
a
fun.
quick thing that you and your friends can play in 3-4 hours,
Yeah.
all four of you want to get in there and shoot some shit.
Yep,
So
definitely.
It's a good find. It's
Yeah.
$10 total. It was on sale when we picked it up for $5.
It's worth the 10 though.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely worth
it
the
was,
10.
It was a ton of fun. There's no friendly fire unless you're throwing grenades, so like a lot of times we're killing each other by throwing
Yeah.
grenades. So it was fun. You been playing anything else or doing anything else?
I mean, I just picked up the Switch, so that's pretty much. I played Mario Kart. That's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I've gotten so far. I have Breath of the Wild. Haven't even started it yet because I know that's going to be like a 6-hour time slot of me starting to play Zelda again. So I'm trying to like plan out my day.
Yeah, it's
But
like
I can
another
do that.
job.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
And Zelda for me is very close to my heart, so I know I'm not going to stop.
That's true, yeah. I mean, I haven't played in a while, but I'm like 40 hours in and like barely scratched the surface.
Right. Which is so good to hear.
So
I'm very
like,
excited.
it's so many hours.
Yeah.
I have about 60 hours in, and I saw credits. I don't want to say I beat it because there's just so much to do
Yeah.
in that game.
Yeah.
I saw the credits, and then
You could just spend so much time walking around and
Yeah.
like just
That's all I want.
not even really doing anything.
That's all I want. That's why I wanted the Switch. That's why I
Yeah.
bought it.
It's a great game.
Yep.
And a great
For why I
concept.
got it.
Dan,
Yeah.
what have you been up to?
A little bit of Mario Kart. We'll have to exchange.
Oh yeah, yeah, we
the
do.
Friend
Friend
codes
Yeah, now I have
later.
a Nintendo code, so that's exciting.
Nintendo.
Nintendoed.
Nintendo Switch.
Yes.
Swatch.
So I'm playing a little bit of Mario Kart 8. That's fun. I mean, I've played it before on Wii U, and it's still enjoyable. And then I picked up Minecraft on Switch. I haven't really dug into it yet, no pun intended. I want to get back into that because that was a fun game.
Yeah,
We actually played it.
Yeah, we
together.
had a ton of fun with Minecraft.
We could all play together on Switch.
Yeah,
That's true.
I can finally
I would actually do that.
Yeah, I would
get
do
me
that
to
as
buy
well.
Minecraft.
My only hang up with it is it's basically the Xbox 360 version
Oh,
of the
okay.
game. Like it has all the newer updates and stuff.
Just the graphic quality.
I mean,
Well,
graphic.
yeah. Well, yeah.
The
but
draw
still.
distance is
Yeah, that's-
Xbox
yeah,
360
right.
quality. So I was in creative mode, flying around the custom Mario world that they have, which is really cool. There's a lot of really cool stuff there. I want to explore more of it. But you fly up to try and get a view of the world, and you can only see
Oh,
a
it's
small
frustrating.
chunk. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really frustrating. So it's sort of hard to tell how big that specific
Yeah.
Mario world is, but it's really cool. It's got like they like reskin all the bad guys to look like Mario bad guys. There's like I don't want to say dungeons, but there's like cool secrets everywhere,
Yeah.
and it like sort of rewards you for exploring in the right ways. There's like the Peach's Castle from Mario 64. I'm
Okay.
like, oh shit, it looks just like it. Can I hop into the painting?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh.
It's just one painting though.
Still though.
Yeah, and it doesn't like lead into like I thought it would lead into like Bomb Battlefield,
Right.
but it does not. But it's just like cool little Easter eggs hidden around.
Yeah.
And it plays Mario music when you're
Okay.
in
Cool.
the world. So, I mean, as far I like it's more of like a love letter to Mario than it is.
I mean, it's just impressive that Minecraft is still, so big.
Yeah.
So
and,
big,
and
yeah.
no and
Yeah.
no signs of slowing down
Yeah.
anytime.
Yeah. Not at
Yeah.
all.
But I'm kind of interested to get back into it to like explore some of the newer stuff, that I just like don't know about. Could be fun to have like a consistent server with like you guys and whoever else
Yeah,
wants to
that'd
join.
be cool.
I've been playing Minecraft on PS4 for a bit with
Yeah.
some other friends, and like played every now and then. It wasn't anything
Yeah.
crazy, but it's like you said, it is nice to see some of the newer stuff that they've added.
Mhm.
Since when we played it, basically like when it was just first starting to kind
When
of
it was
gain
like
traction.
basically
Yeah.
vanilla
Yeah,
Minecraft.
there
Yeah.
wasn't a ton of stuff. I think they just added like Enderman to the game, like was like the newest
Yeah.
feature,
Yeah.
and that was very early.
We were
on.
playing like pre-horses.
Yeah, there were no horses in the
And
game.
horses was like 4 years ago.
Yeah,
Didn't even know they had horses.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
yeah,
have
there's
horses.
a
You
lot
can
in the
feed
game
them like
now.
carrots and
Oh,
stuff.
wow, this is
and
a whole
then
new Minecraft.
You
Tame-
can get like
tame
horse
wolves.
armor.
I knew it expanded. I just never kept up with it.
Yeah,
So
there's like an emerald based currency in the game.
Yeah,
So you can go to villages.
There's a lot of stuff.
and pay the villagers emeralds to get I don't know corn. Or
I don't
something.
even know what this game is anymore.
Yeah, I know, it's
You're
not
telling me
Minecraft.
that's cool.
It might
That's
suffer
awesome.
from Arkham syndrome where there's too much.
Too
now.
much.
Yeah.
But no, I kind of want to get back into it. I always loved just like exploring and building like a little hut, a little
Yeah.
base, and like okay, everyone has jobs. All right, we're gonna go into this mine. Okay, it's nighttime. There's a shit ton of monsters. Time to dig down.
Right.
And then okay, don't get trapped in lava. I don't know. There's
Yeah.
like because the world of Minecraft is procedurally generated. There's like you literally do not know what is around the corner.
Right.
And that was always so much fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I always enjoyed playing it.
Mhm.
Definitely.
Got anything else, or is that really been it?
I think that's about it. That's what I've been playing, and it's not even been playing that much. Just don't got time.
I have a long list of stuff I've been playing, but I'll make it quick. I beat Persona 5. I haven't been on the podcast since
Nice.
I beat it. 90 hours.
Whew.
I'm on the short side after talking to a lot of friends who have beaten it. They're at 150, 120 hours.
Wow.
So apparently I shaved 20 hours off of this.
Jeez.
I don't know how. I don't know what I did, but I shaved about 20 hours off my playthrough.
Didn't leave the game paused while you went and did chores or
I guess
whatever.
not. Yeah, not really. What Remains of Edith Finch?
Mhm.
About 2.5 hours, $20. Highly recommend.
Basically a movie.
Yeah, basically. I mean, it's a visual novel. I mean, the words literally come up in paragraphs, and
That's
read
cool.
to you as you explore this house.
Kind of Brady.
What?
Kind of Brady.
What do you mean? By
Like
Brady?
braid. Like in the sense of the story, or like how it presents it to you, or no?
No,
Just trying
not
to
really.
get a visualization.
More like Gone Home, right?
Kind of, yeah.
Oh,
Closer
okay.
to Gone Home.
Gotcha.
So, the premise of this game is you are Edith Finch. You have inherited the family home.
Mm-hmm.
You are going back. You're going back to the house to kind of try to learn more about your family, because your mother has sort of not let you really know what's been going on with your family. Your family have all died these mysterious sort of deaths. Your grandma Edie always liked to tell tall tales, and so you kind of have somewhat of a backstory, but you don't know if your grandma's just kind of telling these crazy tales or if these are the things that actually happened. Your mother was trying to be very protective of you, so she sealed off a lot of the rooms of the house kind of to deal with her own way to cope with a lot of the death
Yeah.
of her family members. So the game kind of, you go back to this house, and room by room you start finding these hidden passageways to get to these other people's rooms, and then you find their diary or notes, or just walk around their room and you see items scattered around, and you kind of get a sense for these people. And then it takes you into sort of their shoes from when they died, and it just goes all over the place. There's a gameplay mechanic where you're just on a swing set, and the game is just telling you as you're swinging back and forth. And then there's another one where you transform into all these different animals, and the story tells you that way. There's one where you're working at a cannery cutting fish heads off, and I don't want to get too into it, but it's just sort of this metaphor, but also sort of just kind of beautiful way to sort of tell this story of these horrible things. Because at the end of it, everyone dies in each story, because you're going through the family tree of everyone who's passed, and so it really like hits you at the end. And when the game kind of ended, it's the same people that made The Unfinished Swan, so this is their new game, What Remains of Edith Finch. And when the game ended, I was kind of like, oh, I wonder what compelled them to tell this tale. And then it says like, in loving memory of Shirley Davidson, like, love you, Mom.
Oh,
or
okay.
whatever. She died a couple years ago. So it's like clear that like this is sort of like a love letter of like how he reconciles with his own mother's death.
Oh, that's cool.
And I talked to him at Tribeca, the guy who wrote the game, and super down to earth, just super nice guy. Loved the game. He was like, because I asked him, should I play this on PS4 or PC? And he was like, play it on PC, because in the very beginning of the game, the forest part does not work right on PS4. We know that. We're trying to fix it. It's just the frame rate just drops. He's like, so many reviewers played the PS4 copy and got through the forest, and we're like, this game is broken. And they're like, we know, it's the worst part of the game. It's the only part of the game that doesn't perform properly.
Oh, no,
and it's the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
And that's just like a quick little tale. But so I beat that, and I loved it. I've been playing Horizon.
Yep.
Nice.
Going through it. I just killed a Thunderjaw and a Rockbreaker. I killed both of them back to back.
They are
Those are
tough
both
cookies.
very vicious
Yeah.
dinos to fight.
They really are.
We've been playing Diablo. We made Seasons characters.
Yeah, Diablo's been fun. We've been
Seasons finally came to console.
scratching the surface.
For those of you who don't know what Seasons characters are, they are characters that you create, and you only have them for a certain amount of time for the length of the season, and then they go away. But you unlock special rewards and gears that can be transferred over to your next season character.
Oh, cool.
So it's like you can only get this gear during season 10. So you get that gear, and then your character gets deleted. You have to make a new character for the next season, but you keep all that gear that you could put on that new character, and then you kind of just keep playing that way. And there's challenges and objectives and other things to sort of get done. So we've been playing that little by little.
It's been fun.
David and I and Max and Mosky to some extent.
Yeah.
That's been a lot of fun. I just bought last night and have been playing Kingdom Hearts 1.5, 2.5, the HD remakes.
Nice.
Great games. Kingdom Hearts holds up.
Yeah. That's what I was
The
wondering.
writing
when you were
holds
playing it
up.
Before.
Combat at first is very stiff. It's very like hit, and then you can't really do anything. Yeah. But you get a little bit in. You get your dodge roll. You get some of your combos. The game, I'm about 4 or 5 hours in, and the combat is starting to get more fluid now that I've sort of got some more techniques.
Yeah.
Donald and Goofy as teammates are like some of the only AI that I've ever encountered that actually kill things for you. They're not just like there.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's interesting to play Final Fantasy 15 and like have this sort of like fluid combat system, and play Kingdom Hearts, and I'm like, this combat they had this combat in 2002.
Yeah.
This combat's here. All they had to do was like pick it up and like drop it over.
It's that simple.
It's that simple. I mean, granted,
No,
feels much
it's not
better
that
in
simple.
15. But I'm just saying, like they knew what they were doing. Like they had it in 2002 when this game came out. They had a great combat system there. Granted, there's a lot of going through menus while you're battling. That's kind of difficult. There's shortcuts that they and in Kingdom Hearts 2, it got a lot better. So in 3, I can't wait to see how all of that plays out. But
whenever that happens.
And I hear in 2.8 the combat is really good, and it's very similar to how 3 is going to be. So I'm going to play through 1, Chain of Memories, 2, Recoded, all of those, and then I'll eventually get 2.8 and I'll play through those, and I'll be all caught up for when 3 eventually comes out, if it ever does.
In the next
you've got plenty of time.
There's no rush because we don't know when it's coming. Part of me is terrified that there's going to be some sort of like crazy just drop one day where they're like, Kingdom Hearts 3 coming out next month. I'd be like, fuck, I gotta play all these games because there's so many of the handhelds I missed out on. I missed out on Birth by Sleep. I missed out on
They turned some of those games into just
movies. 358 over 2 or whatever. It's just a straight movie now.
Whatever.
Which I watched. Not good, but
Bad.
The way they turned it into a movie was like they took all the cutscenes, and then the things that they had to explain using gameplay, they just made like text walls.
Oh.
So you just like have to read a bunch. Just like you're watching this movie, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, I have to read this wall of text now because it's not even there's no VO for it. It's just like you just have to read.
Jeez.
It. And you're just like, why not just either take this out or just like have somebody read this to me?
Yeah, just any person.
You're gonna make this a movie. Don't
make me read during the movie.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Anyway, that's kind of a quick gist of what I've been playing.
Nice.
Mario Kart 8 I streamed a bit of.
Yeah.
It's really about it. I mean, I'm sure I forgot something somewhere because I always pick up something weird and end up playing it.
Yeah.
There's some games on my list that I will get done. Hopefully for next time I'll have some more stuff. But at the end of the day, play What Remains of Edith Finch and play Persona 5 because that game is something else. That is my game of the year.
And also Horizon.
Yes.
My God, play Horizon.
Game of the year
So
for
good.
2017 though, as of right this moment, is Persona 5. For
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Mario Kart 8. Ultimate Street Fighter 2, the final challengers. You guys got anything else before we wrap up here?
There's probably something, but it's okay.
In today's news, we're done here. Check us out on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Friendster, Napster, LimeWire. Fax us. Like, subscribe. Write us via pigeon carrier. Drop fives at the door.
Smoke signals.
What?
Smoke signals.
Smoke signals.
Throw a flare.
Swed.
Sweat.
Telegraph.
Yeah, that's all I got. My phone's blowing up for no conceivable
Literally
reason.
no
They know you're
reason.
in
They know I'm
podcast
in the middle
world.
of something.
No reason.
Check us out at youtube.com/a bunch of weird letters and symbols because we still don't have 100 subscribers, which is on you guys. You guys got to hit that motherfucking subscribe button. You know how it is.
True motherfucking podcast hours. Who's up?
Boom.
We will see you later.
Bye.
Later.